Hi everybody. I'm going to assign you some videos to watch about pipetting, but I wanted to make you a video using the pipettors that you'll be using in lab. The trick is that it's just me and the camera, so I don't really know how many angles I'll be able to get, but we're going to give it a shot. So the pipettors that you'll be using in lab are blue and look like this. And so each table will have two different sets of pipettors. Like set 1 and set 2, or set 3 and set 4, etc. Each of the sets involves 4 different pipettors. Each pipetter is going to measure a different range of microliter volumes. So if you look, I can't really show you because I can't get it to focus, but here on the top, the very top of the pipetter, in the center of the plunger, it will tell you the volume that that particular pipetter measures. So the one with the white center that says, I know it looks like a divided, but it's really a dash. So this one measures between 0.5 and 10 microliters. This one measures between 2 and 20 microliters, between 20 and 200 microliters, and between 100 and 1,000 microliters. So if you're asked to measure a specific volume, you can again check the top of the pipetter in the center of the plunger to see which pipetter you should use. All right, so the next thing to talk about is the volume window. So if you look at the side of the pipetter, each pipetter is going to have a volume window with 3 different numbers in it. Okay? The trick is that these different numbers are going to have different place values. Okay? So actually, they kind of go like this. So this red 0 here is the thousandths place, so this is the hundredths place, but then in this middle pipetter, this top number is the hundredths place, and so I'll go through all this in a second. The important thing I wanted you to see is that some of them have all black numbers and some of them have red numbers, and the red numbers go with different punctuation marks, and so the red numbers are intended to make you aware that you'll need to pay more attention to where they are and what that tells you about the volumes. Okay. So we're going to actually start with this one here that has the red number at the bottom. So you'll see the red number at the bottom in both the 0.5 to 10, which is actually this one here, and in the 2 to 20. So here's the 2 to 20. Okay, so you'll see both of these have a red number at the bottom. Okay, the way that this works is, let me draw for you here. So for both of these, in all pipettors, there are 3 windows. So for the 0.5 to 10 and the 2 to 20, the top window is the tens place. The way that I know that is for both of these, the highest amount that they can measure is the tens place. And so the top number of the 3 numbers has to be able to measure the highest amount. So this is the tens place. This next number is the ones place. And then the bottom number, I don't have a red, so we're using like maroon, is the tenths place. Okay? And that is why that number is red, is to tell you that between the ones place and the tenths place, there is a decimal. Okay, so here this one has, maybe I'll turn it this way. That would be way more helpful. Okay, so this has 0 in the tens place, and then 4 in the ones place, and then 0.9. So this on the 0.5 to 10, oopsie, microliter pipette, it says 0.49, like that, and that is going to be 4.9 microliters. Okay. So let's now look at the 2 to 20. Okay. So in the, can you see if I scooch it over? Okay. So in the 2 to 20 microliter, it says 1, 9, and then has the red 8. So this pipettor is currently measuring 19.8 microliters. Okay, so hopefully you guys have got the hang of that. If it is a red number at the bottom, then it is going to come after a decimal point, and the only two that have red numbers at the bottom are these two right here. Okay. The next one to look at is the 20 to 200. Okay, so it's also going to have three numbers, and they are all black. And so we know already that this top box is going to be the same digit as the highest digit in the highest volume, okay? So this is going to be the hundreds place, which is going to make this the tens place, which is going to make this the ones place. Just ignore my phone. So this one is black 098, and so it's the 20 to 200 microliter pipetter. This is going to be 98 microliters. This one does not measure less than 20, so we don't have to worry about a decimal point. Okay? Hopefully you guys are good with that one. The final one that you will use is the 100 to 1000 microliter pipette. You'll see that it has a red number at the top. So that red number is, well, I'll let you figure it out for yourself. Okay? So we look at our three boxes, and so remember the top box is always going to be the digit that is the biggest, the largest digit of the biggest possible volume. So what place will this be right here? If the most this pipetter can measure is 1,000, then this place will be the thousands place. Then after that they just go down. This place will be the hundreds place. This place will be the tens place, and then if you look like really carefully, you can see like those little hashy things. Those are the ones place, but each little mark is 2 microliters. I never use those. If I'm going to measure 2 microliters, I just use this one because it's more accurate. But technically, that is the ones place. Okay, so the reason that this has the red number at the top is to again tell you that you should be keeping in mind a punctuation mark. So the red number at the top is the thousands place, so after this top red number is a comma, okay? And then is the hundreds place and the tens place. So this one is red 0, comma, 58. So this is, remember, thousands place, hundreds place, tens place. So this is 580 microliters, okay? The way that we adjust these is they will have this sliding lock right here. Do you guys see this moving up and down? That's the lock. It should always be down on yours in order for you to adjust it. And then you turn this top part right here, okay? So as I am going to turn it, well, to my right in this particular instance, the numbers go up. Okay, so I'm now at 730 microliters. We're headed to 1,000. 950 microliters. Okay, now I'm at 1,000 microliters, right? Because it is red 1, and then since the red number is at the top, we can remember that after that is a comma, because that is secretly the thousands place. And then the 2 black zeros after that, this is going to be 1,000 microliters. Okay, so what we have learned from this is when you've got 3 boxes, the top box, oopsie, let me scooch this up. When you've got 3 boxes, the top box is always the place of the max volume. And you'll know that from looking in the center of the plunger. It'll be like min volume, weird little dashy thing, max volume. So you'll look at the max volume, whatever is the largest unit in the max volume is going to be the place here. So if you're doing the 0.5 to 10 or the 2 to 20, this is going to be the tens place. If you're doing the 20 to 200, this is the hundreds place. And if you're doing the 100 to 1000, then this is the thousands place. So the top box is always the unit that corresponds to the most that it can measure. And then it just goes down from there. If you have a red number at the top, then that means that that number is going to be followed by a comma. If you have a red number at the bottom, then that means that that red number is going to be preceded by a decimal. And so this one is going to be thousands of microliters, and this one is going to be tenths of microliters. So the red number is just to remind you that there is a punctuation mark there, and by where the red number is in relation to the unit of the max volume, you can remember whether it's the thousandths place red number or the tenths place red number. Okay, if you get stuck on this and this video has just made 0 sense to you, that's always a possibility, you will find this sheet in your reading about pipettors. And so these are pictures of the different volume windows, and then it tells you, I don't have the pictures of the tops on here, but you can just like look at the previous page for those. So since this is the 0.5 to 10, then this top box here is going to be what place? The tens place, because the largest unit of the maximum volume is the tens place. So we've got tens place, ones place, then this is the tenths place. And so we have it red to remind us that it's a decimal. The 2 to 20 is the same way. The most that this pipettor can measure is 20 microliters. And so the largest unit here is the tenths place. Nope, is not the tenths, is the tens place, sorry. The largest unit here in the 20 is the tens place. And so this is going to be 16 microliters, tens place, ones place, tenths place. In the 20 to 200, the whole display is black, and the top number here is corresponding to the largest unit here, which is the hundreds place. So this is hundreds place, tens place, ones place, so 158 microliters. And then in the 100 to 1000, again, the top number here corresponds to the unit of the maximum volume, which is 1000. And so this red number is to remind you that there is a punctuation mark. In this case, since it's the thousandths place, it will be a comma after the 0. And so this is thousandths place, hundreds place, tens place. So this would be 870 microliters. Okay.